All right, on this Fire Minute, we're going to do a side-by-side comparison of the drop bag method versus going up an open stairwell, specifically to the third floor. And we're not saying that one way is supposed to be better than the other. This just happens to be a case of looking at both and sort of driving a couple points home. So, with that, let's get started.
With me is one of the participants. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Helen Sylvia. I'm a firefighter paramedic at Station 30 on A Division.
All right, cool. Who else do we see in this video?
We also have Emily Latham, and she's my partner over at 30s. So on the left side of the screen, I'm going to be doing the drop bag method. Me and my partner is pulling the hose, and I'm pulling the hose back and grabbing the irons. She's going to pull the hose, drop it at the bottom of the stairwell, and I'm gonna give her the drop bag, and then we're gonna pull up the hose. And then on the right side of the video, you're gonna see I'm pulling the 200-foot Maddie down, and we've got an open stairwell, and we're doing the flip method and pulling the hose through the railing all the way up.
And what's some of the benefits on the open stairwell versus the closed?
So some of the benefits you can see as I'm pulling the hose up is I'm hugging the railing on the inside. So I'm gaining all that feet that I would normally be losing if it was a closed stairwell, and the hose is going all the way straight up. So we're taking away friction points, and we're also gaining tons of feet. Yeah, and we chose to put the hose on the inside of the railing on the bottom. It kind of like pinches it a little bit just for access, so that when we charge the hose, it isn't coming across and blocking people's access and people having to duck under. So just being mindful of that as well.
Yeah, right. And then how much hose did you have once you got up there with that 200-footer?
We had 100 feet.
So you had plenty.
Yeah, we had loads. And then over on the left, we've got the drop bag method, which specifically we would do in the case of access issues. We'd have the scout, and that's usually me, go scout it out, relay back to my partner, hey Emily, I need you to drop the hose, and I'll drop you the drop bag, and we'll pull it on up. It's a lot slower. When we did this evolution, it was 1.5 minutes slower. Also, pulling up the hose with the tick was a kind of consideration that we thought about. Maybe dropping the tick at the door, leaving it by the feet, just for the efficiency of pulling the hose up as quickly as possible. It was a lot slower, but in some instances we found that it might be practical.
Yeah, and real quick, I just want to add that from here on out, this is extra time that the drop bag method adds on to the lay. But, in no way are we discrediting the other ways. There's plenty of different ways. There's, pulling a condo lay and having 2.5 inch with a Y, which gives you a backup line. This is just two ways of looking at it that we're looking at today, and we'll get to the other ones at some point. What else do you have for us, Helen?
Yeah, overall, we've scouted this area 1,000,000 times. We're really got good area familiarization, and know that we could do the 200-foot is more efficient, more practical for what we have. We could extend later if we need, or pull up another hose, but the priority is getting water on the fire as soon as we can, and then the 200-foot in this situation would be better. One thing that me and my partner do is I'm on the hose pack and the tools, and it's hard to wait at the rig, but it's just one thing that you got to get used to, is that we need one person to scout it out and not just start pulling hose blindly, because what if she pulled the 150 and we actually need the 200, or there's access issues. So that scout is really important.
On that note, I think we'll wrap it up, but I do want to thank 30s on A Division for taking the time to make this Fire Minute, and throw it out there. If anybody has anything they want to share, or fires with lessons learned, please throw me an IM or get in touch with me somehow. Thanks.